Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Today I thought I would do a July 2020 favorites video for you. I honestly feel like this month went by so quick. At the beginning of the month I drove to Oklahoma to visit a friend. We had both been quarantining for about 2 weeks, so you know, it was pretty safe. I felt like to visit her. So I stayed there for about a week, came home, and then I didn't do hardly anything this month, and yet somehow time just seemed to fly by. But that being said, I did I wasn't really sure where I was going with that. Just that was basically my month. Went by pretty quick. Didn't do much other than that. I mean, but what can you do during quarantine? Or lockdown, I guess. Whatever. I don't know how to talk to people anymore. I mean, not that I really did before. But yeah. So I think with that being said, I just want to go ahead and get into my favorites. So first up, I did want to talk about my favorite shampoo and conditioner, which is the Function of Beauty. I've really been liking it. This is probably the most expensive shampoo that I've ever bought. Well, shampoo and conditioner, I have both of them. Which by the way, it's not sponsored. But yeah, I got the rose scent. I think it was their spring scent. And I bought this probably back in April. No, not even. No, maybe I did. Time doesn't exist anymore. I got this a couple of months ago. I'm really loving it. I got the rose scent, which I think it was part of their spring collection. It was their special scent for spring. But it smells of rose and eucalyptus. I absolutely love it. I honestly didn't think I'd like it. I'm not a big floral scent person, but I don't know, they did something good. They did something right with this. But one thing I like about it is that you can customize it. I was trying to think of exactly what I used to customize it. I think I wanted shine, extra conditioning, strengthening, volumizing, and I don't remember. Frizz control, that was it. But yeah, I got them. I really like them. One thing I do like about Function of Beauty is that, like I said, you can customize it, but you can also customize the bottle. For example, on here it says Function of, and then you can put your name. I put Function of Beck. But yeah, I was gonna say one more thing about this. Can't remember. Oh, yeah. The color. I just decided to get it clear, no dyes. I did add it with sulfates though, but I think next time I buy it I might try the sulfate-free one. They had a warning on there, something about how it changes your hair, and it kind of scared me off, even though in the past year or so I've mainly used sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner. So yeah, probably get the sulfate-free, God, I cannot say that word, sulfate-free one next time, which I only got the 8-ounce bottle, but I feel like these last me a long time, especially because I wash my hair usually every other day, and I don't use a lot because I have very little hair. So yeah, definitely recommended if you want a high quality shampoo and conditioner. Another one of my favorites this month is the Maybelline Urban Cover Full Coverage Protective Makeup Sunscreen. It's just a foundation. It's full coverage, which I don't necessarily need full coverage, but I do really like it. My cheeks tend to get really red, and this does a really good job at covering it up. Haven't noticed any breakouts, and I know it does have SPF 50, but I didn't buy it because it has sunscreen in it. especially because I think they said something like you have to put on 133 layers of foundation or something ridiculous like that just to actually reap the benefits of SPF in your foundation. So yeah, really liking this. I'm almost out. Although I do really like this, I don't know if I'll buy another one just because I do love to try new things. I'm always like down for that. I usually don't stick to the same foundation even if it is something I like. But I will update y'all on whether or not I decide to continue on with this or try something else. Alright, so up next I have the Marc Jacobs Daisy perfume. It just smells very like clean and crisp, kind of floral scent that I apparently really enjoy. One thing I discovered about myself in 2020, it's also almost empty. I did get this used, which sounds really weird, but at my old job, we had like a designated area where people would like leave stuff that they didn't want anymore and you could just take it for free. And one day someone brought in a whole line of like Marc Jacobs perfume. Like I still to this day do not know who it is. Kind of have an idea. But yeah, I grabbed this one because I was on the market for a new perfume and I really love it. It's a daily staple. It just smells so like fresh and clean. And it's not overpowering, which is a very good thing for a perfume, especially if you're someone like me who just kind of likes to layer it on sometimes, especially during the summer when you get all like hot and people tend to smell kind of in the summer. I'm always super paranoid that I smell bad. I don't, disclaimer, but it's just one of my biggest public fears, or not biggest, but it's a silly insecurity is what it is. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, this denim dress that I am wearing right now is actually one of my favorites. I got it from Amazon for like $30 or less. I really love it. The only thing is, I do definitely recommend washing this with fabric softener just because it does get really like stiff, kind of. Also would recommend ironing it before you wear it because it does get wrinkly. I didn't iron it today just because I'm lazy and decided to put this dress on last minute. But yeah, I'll leave a link down below on where you can get this dress. It has pockets, it's super comfy, and it fits pretty well. I got a size medium in it, I believe. Yeah, medium. And I'm usually like a size 10 in dresses. So it does fit true to size, which is good. Alright, up next I have my Zach Bagan's Haunted Museum mug. I collect mugs. I always try to like switch them out every day because I have so many, but I've been really drawn to my my Bagel Bites mug, which if you listen to And That's Why We Drink, you'll get that reference. But I absolutely love this mug. I got it back in February of last year when I went to Vegas and I went to his museum, which by the way I went by myself. Wouldn't recommend it because there were some parts that I wish I had someone's hand to hold, but the group I went with, they weren't really into that kind of stuff, and I was like, well, you know, last time I came here I didn't get to see it, and if I don't get to see it now, who knows when I'll be back. So yeah, if you like ghost adventures or anything creepy, I definitely recommend checking out his museum. I believe it is open now, back to the public. I also would recommend going on a weekday, particularly during his off season. There wasn't a whole lot of people when I went back in February, but I did have to wait outside for an hour. I can only imagine what it might be like to go during summer or spring break or on a weekend when there are more people going. But yeah, I went in February. It was pretty cold, not a lot of people were in line. You have to buy your tickets ahead of time. They also make you sign a waiver that says like I'm not going to sue them, you're not going to sue them basically if you die or get possessed or attacked by a ghost, which I think is kind of funny and terrifying at the same time. But yeah, you know, I think I might put on some Ghost Adventures later tonight and maybe have a cup of tea out of this mug. But it's also super big, which is great because I can really fill it up with coffee on days that I really need it. So this month I decided to start rereading Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid, excuse me. This is my second time reading it, and rarely do I ever read a book more than once just because I have so many books on my to-read list. I think right now on Goodreads I have like 3,000 books on my to-read list. But I just love this book so much. It was one of those books that I was actually really sad when it ended. And I was also extremely sad that these characters do not exist in real life. Basically, this book is sort of about the rise and fall of this band called Daisy Jones and the Six, and it focuses mainly on Daisy Jones, who is the lead singer, and the lead singer of the Six, whose name is Billy. I can't remember for some reason. Yes, Billy. Wow, you think reading this twice would help my memory, but apparently not. This book was part of Reese Witherspoon's book club, and I saw that Amazon is coming out with a TV show, like a mini-series based on this book, which I'm so excited. It takes place in the 70s. I really want a soundtrack. I want to hear the music that they make. So super excited that they are adapting this. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully they don't ruin it. They got Sam Claflin to play Billy. Hey, fourth time's the charm. So I'm a big fan of his, so super excited to see that. Speaking of TV shows, this month I finally finished The Office, and before you roll your eyes and groan, I have actually never really seen The Office from start to finish. I had seen episodes here and there on TV, never was really that interested in watching it, and then finally after I finished Community, I wanted another TV show that was kind of like comedy, lighthearted, short episodes. So I decided to watch that. It was good. I liked it. I didn't start getting into it until like season 3 though. Pam is probably my favorite character just because I feel like I relate to her. Dwight, second favorite character. I really like their friendship. And of course Jim and Pam's relationship, heartbeat of the show. I thought they were really sweet. My friend texted me the other day and she was like, actually I think their relationship is really boring, and like it probably kind of is, but I don't know. I just think they're really sweet and I want a relationship like that. Aside from the trouble they were having at the end though. Anyways. So this month I did watch Palm Springs, which actually premiered this month on Hulu. I'm not a huge rom-com fan, but this movie was actually really good. It's basically Groundhog Day in that Andy Samberg's character is just living the same day over and over again, which is a wedding that his girlfriend is in, and I don't want to give too much away other than that, so definitely recommend it if you have Hulu, and if you don't, you should get Hulu because there's some really good TV shows and movies on there. Lately I've been listening to Six the Musical. It's a musical based on the 6 wives of Henry VIII. Basically it's kind of like they are putting the wives, or as they call themselves, the ex-wives, have formed together to create a pop group, and they are auditioning to see who, or not auditioning, they are trying to figure out who will be the lead singer of the group, and by doing so they decide that whoever experienced the most trauma and just horrific times by King Henry VIII, whoever King Henry VIII made the most miserable, will be the lead singer. So they all kind of tell their stories, or sing their stories, I guess. And each queen is based off of a pop star. For example, you have Catherine of Aragon is based off of Beyonce. Anne Boleyn is based off of Lily Allen. Jane Seymour, Adele, list goes on. But I'm pretty sure if you actually listen to their songs, you can figure out which pop stars they're based off of. Anyways, definitely recommend it if you're into history, especially King Henry VIII and the Tudors, or if you just like musicals or pop. It's definitely really good. I also, if you ever can, I would definitely recommend seeing it live because it's better in person. But yeah. Oh, also my favorite beer is the Shiner Sea Salt and Lime. Been really digging that this month, even though they have already stopped selling this and are now selling their Oktoberfest beer. Shiner, why do you do this to me? This is my favorite beer of yours. Just sell it through the end of August, that's all I'm asking. I also just pulled some of it. So, I've been kind of behind on my podcast. I'm starting to get back into them, and I think the creators of Crime Junkie, I'm not entirely sure, they started to produce a podcast called Park Predators, which is a true crime podcast about, murders that happen in, state, national parks, that sort of thing. It's really good. I definitely recommend it if you like true crime podcasts. Storytelling's great. I don't really know how many episodes there are. I'm also behind on Park Predators. I think there's about 5 episodes out so far. I'm behind by 2 or 3 episodes. Catching up though, catching up. So one account on Instagram that I've really been loving is Travel and Leisure. It's basically just sort of a inspiration board for travel. I've been really bummed this year that I can't go anywhere. Basically, right before COVID hit Texas, I was a week away from buying plane tickets to Paris. I was going to go visit in October. I was going to go to Disneyland Paris, and that's not happening this year, unfortunately. So instead I've just been looking at pictures and dreaming of places that I'll be able to go soon. I actually have a couple of mini staycations coming up that I'm really excited about. But until then, I think my goal is hopefully next year, if things are a bit better, in December I want to go to Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic for my birthday. That will be the goal. We'll see if it happens. I still need to find a new job. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier, one song that I've been really jamming out to lately, and I don't even know why because it's not my favorite song on the album, is Carmen by Lana Del Rey. I've just had that song stuck in my head a whole lot lately, so I would probably say if I had to pick a favorite song of the month, it would be that one. And then last but not least, I have been doing Chloe Ting workouts for a little over a month now. A couple of days ago, I just finished the Intense Core Challenge that she has. And somehow, I know as you go, you're supposed to get stronger in your workouts, but I feel like that workout really kicked my butt. In the first video I did, I was like, oh, it seemed really easy. It was kind of weird. It seemed easy yet challenging at the same time. like my body was getting used to the movements, I thought, and then slowly as the workout went on, I just became more and more sore and tired. Part of it's probably because I wasn't drinking enough water and getting enough sleep, so that might be on me. By the time I did the last workout in that challenge, like that last day, I was doing all the low impact versions. I was exhausted. I thought that was gonna kill me. There was one point I just took a minute break and was like, just sweat was pouring down. I think my grandparents probably thought I was going to die. But that being said, I do definitely recommend her workout challenges. I have definitely seen results. I actually didn't like measure myself or weigh myself at the start of this last challenge, but I did do her 2-week ab challenge that she has, and I lost like 1.5 inches around my waist. So that stuff works, and if you want to actually hear me talking about it, go check out my friend Freckled to a T's YouTube channel. Her name's Katie. Like, I'm gonna leave a comment up there or something. But definitely recommend going to check out her video about it, and subscribe to her channel while you're there. She's pretty cool. She does like weekly vlogs. But yeah, that's all of my favorites. I think I've been talking for 24 minutes. But yeah, please don't forget to give a thumbs up if you like this video. Hit that bell button if you want to know when I release my next video. Subscribe, tell your friends, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye guys.